Hey guys, so another fail on my part. I actually figured out, I think it has to do with the storage on my phone. So I went through and I made sure a bunch of stuff is deleted from my phone. So hopefully we don't have another recording issue again. But I just finished recording today's workout when I realized it stopped recording about a minute in. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you the highlights again today. So we're gonna start with, we've got 3 different trisets and a finisher today. For the first triset, we're gonna start with a single arm row. And for today's workout, what you do need are really just one set of lighter dumbbells and one set of heavier dumbbells, and then a resistance band as well. But we're going to start with our single arm row. We're going to do 10 on each side. So you're going to plant one foot right in front, slight bend in the knee. The other foot is straight back. We're going to hinge at those hips, keep the core tight. Then you're going to contract the shoulder blade, shoulder right back here, pull that arm back, right back down. Making sure we're not chicken winging out on this one. You're going to do 10 on one side, and then switch, and you're going to do 10 on the other. Then you're going to go down into a sumo squat with a bicep curl. So for the sumo squat, you're going to get your heels just a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. You're going to point those toes out. Then you're coming down into your sumo squat, pushing those heels out against the ankles, pressing up through the heels, back up, and then do your bicep curl. You're going to do 12 of these. Then you're going to drop into your boat pose with your lat pull down. So you're going to go ahead and bring the feet up towards core is tight. The closer you grab towards the middle of the resistance band, the harder it's going to be. But you're just going to do a lat pull down, keeping a slight bend here in the elbows, and you're really squeezing the bottom of the scapula right down here, using those lats to move it down, and then right back up. If we need to bring the feet down, we can, but you're going to do 15 lat pulls. All right, so you're going to do that 3 times through your single arm row, 10 on each side, 12 of the sumo squats, and then 15 of those lat pulls in boat pose. Then you can rest for a little bit longer, minimal rest in between each of those exercises. Remember, we're going through quickly, and then we rest for longer before we head on to that next tricep. For that next tricep, you're going to do a wide row, a reverse lunge to hammer curl, and then that zombie or that straight leg sit up with a rear delt pull. So for your wide row, you're going to do both arms at the same time. You're going to get a slight bend in the knees, push those hips back, and then we are coming out wide with those elbows, squeezing those shoulder blades in the back, right back down. You're going to go lighter on this one than the single arm row because we're working smaller muscles. But I do want that chicken wing out on this one because we're working those small muscles in the back. You're going to do 10 wide rows. Then you're going to do your reverse lunge. So you're going to do your lunge backwards, reverse lunge backwards, up into your hammer curl, and then right back down. You're going to do 8 on one side, and then switch and do 8 on the other. For this, you can take out the lunge if you need to and just do the hammer curl, or you can do your wall sit with hammer curl that we did a few days ago, or you can do a narrow squat with the hammer curl. Then for your sit up with your rear delt pull, you're going to do your legs straight out in front, core is tight. Again, we're grabbing towards the middle of the resistance band. We're coming straight up and doing a rear delt pull back. For this, instead of coming up overhead in our lat pull, it'll be straight out in front like our band pull apart, coming straight to the chest, and then right back down. you're gonna do 20 of these. If you need to take the sit out of this one and just do your seated band pull aparts, you can, but you're still gonna work the core on that. All right, so you're gonna do that through 3 times. So your wide row for 10, your reverse lunge with your hammer curl, 8 each side, and then that zombie sit up or straight leg sit up with your rear delt pull for 20. All right, then we'll head into the third superset. Your third superset, we're gonna start with a dumbbell pullover, then a bicep curl with an isometric hold, and then a side plank. So for your dumbbell pullover, you're gonna have bend in the knees. You're gonna keep that core tight, just slight bend in those elbows. So this is not a tricep extension. You're keeping just a slight bend in those elbows and then coming straight overhead and then pulling right back to the midline. And we're just coming back to the midline here, not all the way down. You're gonna feel this in the chest, but that pulling motion is really gonna pull from the back here. So making sure we're keeping the core tight, pressing the low back into the ground, and then pulling the dumbbell back to the midline. Then you're gonna stand up and do an bicep curl with your isometric hold. So you're gonna have one arm straight out to the side, keeping that elbow to the side here, and then you're gonna do 8 bicep curls with one arm, then switch, do isometric hold here, and then 8 bicep curls in the other arm. Then you're gonna drop and go up into your side plank for 30 seconds. If we need to drop onto the knees, we can, or if you need that extra leg out in front to give you more leverage, you can. You're gonna do 30 seconds on each side. So for that third one, you got your dumbbell pullover for 12. You got your isometric hold bicep curl for 8 each side, and then your side plank 30 seconds each side. Then your finisher. So for your finisher, we're gonna do a plank row. This one is gonna be 4 rounds. All the other ones have been 3, this one's gonna be 4. All we got is 2 exercises. You're gonna start up in your plank row. You're gonna do 10 rows on one side, then switch and do 10 on the other. If you need to drop to your knees on this, you can. Then you're gonna hop up. You're gonna do 50 jumping jacks, and then you're going right back on the ground doing your plank rows for 4 rounds. All right, so again, I apologize. Hopefully I can get this figured out with the recording issues, and it won't happen again. But I hope you guys had a great weekend, and stay healthy.